Okay, artists, tell me if you can relate. You sit down to a blank piece of paper and your mind totally freezes. You just draw blank. And it's happened to me so many times, and I think it comes from this fear-based place of what if the art I make isn't good enough? What if I find out I'm a terrible artist? What if I don't feel inspired? What if? And it's an easy loop to get caught in. So in today's video, I want to go over some of my strategies for getting out of what if and back into flow state and inspiration. So I'm going to take you through a couple warm-up exercises that I really enjoy doing. It just helps me get out of my mind and into my paintbrush, if that makes sense. This one is one of my favorites. It's just drawing this really simple shape, kind of like a petal or a leaf. I do paint a lot of botanicals, so this one is helpful for me to just get into the motion of painting, playing around with color and values, and just doing it in a meditative way where I'm not trying to specifically paint a flower or a leaf, but just this one shape. And I really enjoy this. I like playing around with a couple different colors. You could go crazy and use all the colors of the rainbow and see about like mixing colors together. I've kind of mixed green and purple or blue here together. But it's just about not thinking. If you can get to a place where you're not thinking and you're just enjoying the process, that is the goal of warm-ups. Also, non-judgmental approach is also the goal. And warm-ups just help because you know that you're doing a warm-up, so you're not thinking too much about the final product. You know it's just to get going. It's not supposed to be beautiful. It's not supposed to be the perfect end result. It is literally a warm-up exercise. So the pressure is off. I think that's key. It's about the pressure being off. And yeah, it's just really helpful. So I encourage you to play around with this one. It's pretty simple. Here's another one of my favorite ways to warm up, and it literally is the easiest thing you could ever do. All we're going to do is put some plain clean water on the paper, put our paintbrush in some of the wet paint in the palette, and tap the paintbrush so that it splatters on the page. And because we've already wet the paper, it is going to kind of bleed out onto the paper in these cool shapes and patterns. Or it might just, like the places where the paper is a little bit more dry, it might just look like a spatter. But that's the beauty of it. You're literally releasing control, and you're just letting the paint fall where gravity takes it. And it's fun too to just like splatter. So definitely try this one, and it just kind of loosens you up. It's really fun. Okay, so you've done your warm-up and now you're ready to paint something. I really recommend getting photographs from nature. So that can be on your hikes, on your walks, in your backyard, really anywhere you go that you find something inspiring, use it in your artwork. For me, that is I live on the island, Vancouver Island, in British Columbia, and so for me that means stopping a million times on my hikes and taking pictures of all the things, so flowers, leaves, tree bark, rocks. There's just endless inspiration outside, so that is my favorite way. So now we need to release control. This can be the toughest part of painting. Even after you've warmed up, you've found inspiration, that blank page is still looking at you, but you just have to make the first mark. I find once you take a deep breath and commit that you're going to paint no matter what the outcome, it becomes a little bit easier, and after the first couple strokes, you get slowly into that flow state that you were hoping to find. I decided to paint some of the leaves out in my front garden. There are a hosta, and even though I didn't even get the leaves quite the right shape, I didn't make them broad enough, I'm still just going to keep continuing to go and paint this kind of yellow and green variegated leaf. I'm going to add a dark background and see how that looks. But really, I am being open to wherever this painting goes. So if you can let go of perfection, if you can release control from the outcome, if you can tell fear and perfectionism to take a back seat, to just like tap into that childlike sense of wonder and confidence at creating something that didn't exist before you started creating it. I hope these tips were helpful, and if they were, please like and subscribe to my channel. I do release videos every Saturday, and we're going to keep covering topics on surface pattern design, art, inspiration, habits, and mindset. So thank you so much for being here.